All right, we are live and we're streaming. So let's see who's going to pop in today. This is a surprise, surprise. Hi, Deb. I'm not so. How are you feeling? Hope you're feeling a little better. Did you get any rest? Truth be told, I was just thinking maybe today was not the best day to do a live because it's pre Thanksgiving. I'm sure everybody is busy shopping and whatever, right? But what can I say? I've never been known to have the best timing. So here I am. I was like, oh, let me do this. Girl, it's cold by us. It is cold. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. And give me another thumbs up if you can see me well. Oh, we are getting down to the 41s. Oh, okay. I assume you can see me and yeah, excellent. I don't know, girl. I don't know who's going to join us. It could be just you and I. So maybe, like I said, today may not necessarily have been the best of days to do a. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, let's close all this. Okay, so okay. Yeah, I was going to do TikTok as well. Maybe I should set up for TikTok as well just to see if anybody is going to join me over there. Oh, I don't know. So there are 3 viewers currently. I don't know. Let me see if I can, while I give it a couple of minutes for people to join. Yeah, let me see if I can set up the TikTok. If the setup's easy, then I can do that. If it's not easy, then I'm basically screwed. I think I forgot how to do a live. Okay, let's go. Continue. Okay, allow. So let's do this. I forgot how to do it. Allow full access. Okay. Take a picture and let TikTok. No, I don't want. I don't want to take a picture. So hang on there. Let me see if I can figure out how to. What is this? Is it saying I'm no?
Take a picture and let TikTok pick.
Stop.
What, 2 to 3 blocks away from where we are here in our ABC News Bureau? This helped me achieve my hair.
Oh, I should stop that. Let me see if I can fix this. How do I do this? Inbox, home, profile. I've forgotten how to do it, girl. Photo. I think. No. I forgot how to do this thing. Damn. I forgot how to do it. I'm not sure if it's going to go. What is it doing? Is it starting? I have this ugly green screen behind me. Doesn't look very appealing. I don't know. Okay. What is it asking me to do here? Post. Preview, post. Continue. What are we doing? No. No, girl, I forgot how to set this up. I forgot. Maybe because set a contacts later. I forgot how to do this dang thing. Or maybe they kicked me out of TikTok because I didn't know I was gone for a while, right? I forgot how to do the live stream on this. I'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll go live here. Oh, that's going to go to live. Okay, that's showing me. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing over there, so I just won't. I won't waste any time with this because I forgot how to do the live. All right, 5 people are watching. Oops. So let's get on with it. So I decided today to do this video on. First and foremost, thank you to all my viewers. I mean, I've been gone for a good month and something because I was traveling, and then I got back, and I think a week and a half ago or 2 weeks, and didn't have a chance to catch up, so I apologize for that. Here I am. Hopefully I'll be able to get on with my schedule as planned before. So before I get started, let me say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you'll have a enjoyable Thanksgiving, safe Thanksgiving with your loved ones and family. And I also want to say this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. Please do your, and allegedly, do your research, do your due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Let's get started. We'll get straight to the point. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, we know we had all that drama going on with regards to, you know, her resigning. And also I think I read, what's the, let me just take off this thing. The lady who was the mayor of Washington DC, didn't she also say she was resigning or she was not going to run again or something? So there's some drama, there's some upheaval going on there. And then today, of course, we saw on the news that those 2 individuals were shot at, and they ultimately died in Washington DC, correct? So was it the, what are they called, the special forces, not special forces, you know what I mean? I'm blanking, y'all. I'm seriously blanking. Let me see what they're called, what their division is. National Guards, yeah. So that's also sad. So let's get on with Marjorie Taylor Greene business, and then we'll see if more people join. Great. If not, oh well. So we have her date of birth as May 27, 1974. I know the city and state she was born in. I do not, however, have her time of birth. So per Vedic astrology, typically what we do, yes, time of birth is required, but if we don't have it, we assume 12 o'clock, you know, midday, 1200 hours, and then we calculate, which is an acceptable thing. So for her, she has got her sun in Gemini, her moon in Leo, Mercury in Gemini, Venus is in Aries, and Mars is in Cancer. Very interesting. So right now, the 8th house is very active for her. 8th house talks about the longevity, the of anything, right? Her own. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I wonder who made it for me. Unhinged and Ferrer. I love it too. Oh, these T-shirts, conversation starters everywhere I go. I love them, and they're so comfortable. Even the fabric is so awesome. So thank you, Debbie. So longevity, it talks about, you know, legacies. It talks about defeat, and a little bit of sorrow, shared resources, illusions, intuition, longevity in terms of the time frame of whatever, right? Physical time frame, anything, time frame of anything that you're doing, right? In terms of your career or whatever. So now since Saturn is going direct into Pisces again, we have some situations going on for her. So let me, because I just quickly looked up her astrology thing, right? So Saturn is going to remain in a 10th house for December, from the beginning to the end of December, right? And 10th house is profession, reputation, moral, life goals, occupation, honor, rank, government, and clearly she's in the government, right? So she's got that going on. Also control, in terms of how much control she has over her situation, her environment, you know, that sort of a stuff, her career, that sort of a stuff. Those factors are going to come into play. Then the North Node is in the 9th house. So Sun, Mars, and Venus will be placed in her 6th house. Mercury will be in the 5th house. So Mercury in the 5th house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is Libra, okay. So her speech has to be very balanced. So Libra is all about, Libra is ruled by Venus. Libra is all about, balance and, I shouldn't say cat on the wall type of a situation, but always wanting to find balance. So Mercury being there, her speech has to be very balanced, very measured, and I think she has. The speech she gave about her resigning, etc., it was very measured and very well laid out. Now, whether we like her or not, whether we support her or not, that's a different thing. Okay, that's we are entitled to our opinions, and all that is good. But the pressure that she's not new to any pressures of work related, but for some reason this time it has kind of affected her, and it's more a question of being stubborn and saying enough is enough of the bullshit, I'm just going to stand my ground. That stubbornness has popped out, that sense of being used. Now, to be honest, and respectfully so, Geminis typically don't have any qualms about taking advantage of situations of people around them. Now, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying. That's why I said respectfully. But they don't take very kindly when they are being taken advantage of. Okay? So that's kind of hit a little deep, a little hard. So there is also a need for her to continue to chip away. I don't know why she's resigning. We'll look into the cards. But hopefully this is just a temporary thing. Hopefully she's going to run for Senate or whatever. If she has decided to take a step out of politics, I hope it's just a step. It's a reprieve. It's a temporary thing. Because looking at her chart, I feel like she needs to kind of recenter, work on the game plan, re-energize herself, reboot, and come back. And if she does, she will do good. That's what I'm saying. But there will be conflict. There absolutely will be conflict. Her road ahead is not going to be that easy. Her road ahead is not going to be that smooth if she decides to stay back in politics or come back in politics in another position or whatever, however that works, right? It's not going to be that easy, but she will absolutely benefit from the right contacts, the right connections. And if she's smart about it and she knows how to go, well, that's politics in general, right? She's smart about it and she knows how to go about it, I think she will be fine. My only thing is she should be able to tap into the correct connections, right? The correct people around her. Sometimes what happens, our anger, our frustration kind of blinds us, and we don't see what is obvious and glaring, and then we make the wrong decisions, and then it lands us in trouble. So let's take a look and see. Do you feel the energy a little bit low now? I'm feeling the energy being a little bit low. I do that every fucking time. Okay. I do that every time. So let's take a look. Oh, it got hot. So another interesting thing about her astrology thing that I want to say is Jupiter. Where do I see it? Give me 1 second. Jupiter going direct. Jupiter will be sitting in her second house in an exalted sign, which is Cancer, in the beginning of the month. So I would say that on the whole she's going to be fine, but she also needs to take care a little bit of her health. Okay, let's move on because I'm kind of getting stuck in this. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's see what's going on with her. Weird energy. I don't know why though. Weird energy. So we have Scorpio, we have Pluto, and we have Capricorn. Weird energy. I mean, seriously, not because I've been gone for a bit and coming back, but I feel the energy is a little bit off. I don't know why though. This may be a short live stream, but okay, that's fine. Maybe today was not a right day to do this, right? But that's okay. We have Hermit. We have the World card. Oh, a lot of changes coming. Lot of changes. And then, yeah, see, okay, let's say this. Let's do this. I would not be surprised if she backpedals, or if she is put in such a situation that she's going to have to reconnect with Trump. That is a high possibility. So let's take a look at this. So we have Scorpio and then the Hermit card. She's a Gemini. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. Her Mars is in Cancer. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house. So like-minded people, friends and enemies, there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes. So right now she's in a situation where she's re-evaluating her relationships and her associations with people. A lot of re-evaluations, like going back to a little black book and saying, okay, finally I'm going to erase so-and-so's name from my little black book or whatever, or I'm going to add, or I forgot about this person and I'm going to reconnect with that individual, and things like that could be happening. Then you have Pluto. Pluto with the World card. As we know, Pluto is all about regeneration, and the World card is ruled by Saturn, which is, giving you an opportunity to go back and clean house, revisit certain things, make sure all the dots and T's and I's and everything, whatever, dot the I's and cross the T's and all that stuff. But with the World card also, it's very interesting. Things are definitely going to come around full circle for her, but now is the time where she really has to put in more effort. I mean, this is a make or break for her. Is she going to continue to remain in politics, or she's going to forever leave politics? This is the time where within the next 6 months she's going to have to make that very strong, very maybe a tough decision. I feel like if she hangs in there a little bit, okay, take a step back, you resign from being a representative, whatever, take a step back, revisit, and think about where you want to go, how you want to go, and come back better prepared, and continue with your career in politics. She would do good. I don't know in what capacity or which department or how she's going to go about doing it, because I don't understand all of that. But definitely this is the time for her to kind of step back, revisit, recharge, regenerate, and whatever, and come back. But her rewards are there. This is the time for her to push through whatever anxiety, whatever disheartening things she may be going through. Then you have Capricorn. Capricorn is, she's a Gemini. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th house. 1, 2. 8th house. It's again longevity. And then you have the Emperor card sitting over there. Her relationship with the longevity of her relationship with the, I'm going to say the chief of the representatives, right? House of Representatives. I mean, what am I saying? Republicans. That is, of course, the main focus. We know in the news that they were talking about how she had a falling out with him, and he called her Marjorie Traitor Green or something like that, quote unquote, or whatever, I think, which was very harsh and very uncalled for. So her relationship with this Trump is going to definitely be revisited. So she did have a falling out. I don't think the falling out is going to be permanent, in my opinion. Okay, this is like, you pissed me off and I'm mad at you, so that type of a situation. I don't think the falling out is permanent. She's just pissed at him and she's whatever. So we'll wait and see. I am still thinking that they're going to, I'm not going to say kiss and make up, that sounds inappropriate, but revisit with each other and say, oh, okay, fine, I went too far, or whatever, like try to salvage their relationships and come back. There is an underlying element of something being hidden has not come to light, which will come to light. This could all, as we know, politics, anything can happen, everything can happen, anything goes. This could be a ploy. Am I saying that this is all acting and she's just like putting up a show saying that I'm resigning? No, but strategic moves, right? So there's a very great chance that this is a strategic move on her part. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, I'm telling you, this energy is so off. It's so freaking off. I might end this live stream pretty soon. I'm a little disappointed with myself, but that's fine. We'll get back to. So we have the Hermit card pop up again. Wow, this is so interesting. Then we have the Hangman, King of Swords. I wonder if she's going to jump ship. Two of Wands. Yeah, she's got some decisions to make. Four of Cups. I wouldn't be surprised if she actually jumped ship. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. Very, very dissatisfied with the Page of Swords. Not surprised that this was King of Pentacles. Not surprised that the Swords cards are popping up because she's an air sign Gemini. We do understand how that works. Knight of Cups. Lot of people playing over here. And Two of Swords. I'm cold now. Hang on, love. This is a game we play often. So that's 5 cards. And then let me take a couple more over here. Weird energy, I don't know. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if we find out she's jumped ship. Meaning she switched sides. There's a high possibility. 9 of Wands and 2 of Cups. Wow. The Hermit card again. The Hermit card again. So taking a step back, right? So we know the Hermit card is Virgo. It talks about withdrawal, thinking, revisiting, right? And Virgo is her fourth house. So, and what is the fourth house? Fourth house has got to do with your home. Exactly what you think, what you consider to be your home environment, your sense of security, your emotions, all the hard work, your fundamentals, all the hard work you put it into things and things like that. Also, I'm going to say she has to take care of her chest and her lungs. I feel a little bit concerned over her health situation. Withdrawing and thinking things through, and also the Hangman. Hangman is status quo. What is the Hangman? The Hangman talks about, hurry up and wait. It's Neptune. It says also there's a lot of uncertainty and illusions. A lot of clarity of thought is what she's lacking right now. A bit the stressful situation which is around her at the moment is contributing to her, like, I do not know which route to take, what direction to go. Does she feel that she reacted a little too fast and said, oh, I'm resigning? I don't think she regrets it, but she may be thinking that maybe I should have waited a little bit. Type of thing. Then you have the King of Swords. Now this does talk about legalities, big time legalities. I don't know what the legalities are. She's also concerned about the legalities about or surrounding or about her, or somehow legalities that she could be stuck in, or in that net type of a thing. She's a little bit concerned about that. Now this is a very interesting card because the King of Swords does say, a person who is hi Judy, how are you? Welcome. A person who has the ability to think strategically, set aside the emotions and think strategically. But on the downside, this could also mean somebody who doesn't who absolutely overrides emotions, absolutely suppresses emotions, and only thinks strategically without giving a care in the world about how it's going to affect people and their emotions. So I do feel that she's a little bit concerned because that sort of a scenario situation is surrounding her, and she's a bit concerned about how is it going to affect her. We have not seen that come to light as yet, but we will. And then she's got the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is, decisions. I need to make the decisions. I need to make some sort of a decision because I just have to wait. I need a little bit more information before I make the decision. I know I have to make a decision, but I'm waiting on some information to come through so that I can make the appropriate decision. and Four of Cups. So a little bit disappointed in terms of the things and the way the energy, the way events are occurring surrounding her situation, like the feedback, the people, the support, the I think it appears to me that she might have expected a little bit more. No, don't do that. Come back. Don't resign. That sort of a thing. And she maybe is that ego partly, but then also she's surprised at certain people's reactions or lack thereof to her announcement. Let's put it that way. And the Four of Cups also says the sense of feeling very unfulfilled, sense of feeling very disappointed. Not that she was 100% unfulfilled, let down, disappointed with all the effort she's put in and how much she was able to get back in return. So there's a feeling of being let down, okay? And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is a lot of insecurity, hanging on to her emotions, her feelings, her opinions, her even trying to kind of, and it's very difficult for a Gemini to keep their mouth shut, if you will. They just speak. So she's a little bit insecure about what is going on around her, even though she says she's resigned or she's not going to rerun or whatever. She's feeling very insecure about the repercussions and the after effects. And there's a lot of with the Page of Swords, a lot of gossip, a lot of talk. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. Yeah, for some bizarre reason, I feel like this is a strategic move on her part, or it's going to turn into a strategic move, because I don't think she's going to completely remove herself from the world of politics. I doubt it. Then you have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so here we go. The King of, so many kings, King of Swords, King of Pentacles. So the practical nature of or the grounded practical approach to wanting stability, to being able to process things, to be able to mobilize things so that you have that stability is something that she's greatly looking for. There are two individuals. Now, one who I would say comes from the judicial side of government, and the other that comes from the finance side of government. There are two key figures, the central to her cards. Okay, she's got Pluto, the World card, the King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So these two individuals are going to be instrumental in regenerating her career, if at all, back into the world of politics. And there's a lot going on over here. Two very, very strong individuals, very strong, pretty powerful. They're central over here. Let me see if I can just turn this camera so you can see how I've laid down my card. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to get, can you see that? I don't know, I'm going to drop my computer. It's not the ideal scenario, position for my camera. But anyhow, we have the Pluto. Yeah, I'll show you. This is what I'm talking about. Okay? King of Swords. Yeah, King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So, very, very, the judicial side and the finance side. So, now remember I said there's some sort of a insecurity with regards to talk going on around her. So maybe she's a little bit concerned about something coming out into the open with regards to her involvement in the judicial side of certain things or the financial side of certain things. That's also a possibility. So we'll see. But this is very, very interesting. She's a little bit stressed about something coming out into the open. Then you have the Knight of Cups. Look at the people we have here. We have the Hermit popped up, King of Swords, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. You know, people, a lot of people. So let's look at the Knight of Cups. So there is going to be a revisiting, as I said. Now here we go. We have Capricorn, which is governance, correct? And we have the Emperor. In this case, I'm going to it will be Trump. Then we have the Two of Wands, waiting to hear, waiting for some information so she can make the right decision. And then she's got the Knight of Cups. So this is going to be she's waiting for somebody or something to, yeah, these cards are beautiful, waiting for somebody or instrumental, I mean, somebody important, for example, Trump. Some conversations are happening behind the scenes. Let's not for one moment think that, oh, like they're not talking. I'm sure there's communication. She's waiting to hear something. She's waiting for some sort of an information so that she can make a decision. And she's also expecting an emotional offer from him to say, okay, come back, whatever, I was wrong, yada yada, whatever. But we know Trump never does anything without an ulterior motive. So, and then she's got the Two of Swords. So Two of Swords tells us that conversation will happen if it hasn't already. But then in her mind, it's like, okay, compromise or make a decision. Are you going to make a decision, or are you going to walk away? So not making a decision is not an option, but revisiting contracts, revisiting the rules and regulations, revisiting the big the constitution and the rights and all that. She's going to get a little involved in that. There is a little bit of drama going on behind the scenes. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, Queen of Pentacles is showing, asking, or rather indicating that she should be a little bit more grounded and stable, and be a little bit more focused on the domestic side of things. By that, do I mean her personal family, the domestic side? Probably, possibly, but also the what is close to the home, what is close to when she stood for elections and won, what was the true, the foundation of the premise of her standing for elections, if you will. So she needs to revisit that and show a little bit more stability, a little bit more groundedness, a little bit more maturity. Not that she isn't. She needs to be a little bit of all of that, like not fly off the handle. Then you have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is saying you have to be persistent, but yet stay within the boundaries. So don't overstep your abilities. Don't overstep your don't get overconfident and think that you can accomplish whatever you want and do whatever you want just because you're Marjorie Taylor Greene. There are certain limitations to everybody, and for her too, and she has the ability to do something, but she also has to maintain some boundaries and some, like, don't cross the limits. And then she has a Two of Cups. There will be a new partnership, y'all. I'm telling you, this lady, I'd be super surprised if she's going to completely exit politics. I will, yeah. And then she's got the Seven of Cups. She's going to come back with a new partnership, and she's going to have a lot of opportunities. See, Two of Cups says new proposals, new partnerships, new arrangements, new friendships, new deals. And then she's got the Seven of Cups. That new partnership, opportunity, friendship, deals, whatever, is going to open the doors for her. She's going to have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is classic. It's like, ooh, now we have so many choices. What do we do? How do I go about it? What is it that I can, which decision, what choice, what cup to drink from? And she has to be careful there, because taking a sip from the wrong cup could be poison, right? I mean, I don't mean literally, but it could be professional demise, right? So she has to be careful of that. And then she's got the Wheel of Fortune. She is not going nowhere, y'all. And then you have the Death card. She's not going nowhere. And then you have the Knight of Wands. And let me take two more, these two guys. She's got the Page of Wands. And she's got the Queen of Cups. Look, she is definitely going to be moving forward in politics. She's got so many people around her. This is, and see, the Death card, people are, oh, like, it's a Death card. No, something's got to end for something new to begin. So all this that's happening is for her to setting the stage for a new beginning for her. At the end of the day, she's going to form new relationships. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying nothing is set in stone. Things are constantly turning. So keep your ears peeled. You will hear news that there's something changing, new information to come out. She's going to be forming new alliances with the Knight of Wands, with the Page of Wands, taking action, going forward, in a new direction. And then you have the Queen of Cups, and this is wonderful. Look at the imagery on this card. She's going to come out with a new proposal almost, or also in a new image, saying that okay, now this is how I am, this is what I'm going to do, this is my new designation, if you will, my new position, whatever. I don't think she's retiring, really. I mean, it's in her blood, y'all. It's I doubt she's ever going to get out of politics. She, in some way, shape or form, she will be associated with politics. So that's interesting. I'm going to pull out one card for her, and then of course we're not too many people here today. We are just 10 people, so we'll take questions. So let me just pull out one card for her, and then okay, so we have reclamation, vanity, surface appearances. How interesting. So this is all, I think, a game, y'all. I'm convinced this is just a little game that's going on. Commitment, acquisition, and responsibility. And then she's got healing, graciousness, and acceptance. Look, at the end of the day, I think this is a good thing for her, taking a step back, but I do believe she's going to be switching sides, she's going to be forming new alliances, and she's going to come back. I doubt this is a permanent retirement for her. I'm not buying that. So that's all I have as far as she's concerned. I'm sorry, y'all, even my energy, I think it's because I've been gone for over a month for some reason, or it's just the energy around here, I don't know. It's kind of blur. It's not sad, it's not heightened awareness, it's not that, it's just blur. And I did my ritual. I do a ritual before I whatever. But so another thing I wanted to do was the National Guard situation. I don't know what the latest news on that is. Let me see. And then of course I can answer any questions you'll have. Let me see. I don't know the name of the disease, but I'll just draw some cards for that situation and see what's going on over there. National Guards. So unfortunate, isn't it? We have Capricorn, the government. We have Neptune. And then we have Saturn. So America is Cancer, correct? So hold on, oh, wait a second. Where do you go, buddy? Come here, buddy boy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th house. So Saturn is in Pisces, which is the 9th house. Not necessarily the best of time for America at the moment. We have the Chariot card. There you go. Cancer pops up. We have the Temperance card. The Star card, which is Aquarius. Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn and Neptune. Saturn and Uranus, I'm sorry, not Neptune. Saturn and Uranus. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. But I was just looking and seeing, okay, so Cancer, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th house. And Trump is a Gemini, right? So 1, 2, so that'll be 10th house. Wow. Not necessarily the best of time. But let's take a look. So we have the government and we have the chariot card. We have Neptune, which is illusions, and we have temperance, and then we have Saturn, restrictions, and then we have the star card, which is also ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So sudden changes and shocks. This is not necessary. This is not the last of it. There is going to be some more drama that's going to pop up with regards to this incident. I'm going to say there are more people who are going to unfortunately lose their lives. It's not looking very good as far as I'm concerned. Again, these are just my observations and opinions, and allegedly do your own research and do your own due diligence. So one card flew off, which was the Emperor card. See, it keeps coming back to Trump. He's in the middle of all of this. And then you have the Fool card, and then you have the Magician. This is all, it so pisses me off, y'all. The games, the government, and let's not say it's the Republicans or the Democrats, or no, any government, Republicans, Democrats, whatever, they all play games with us people. I mean, they think we're all a bunch of fools, but then we have the Two of Pentacles. Let me get one more card. Unfortunately, Eight of Wands, y'all, I have a feeling that more people are going to pass, but Eight of Wands, let me see, Three of Wands, then we have the Ace of, wow, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Look at all the Wands energy, very conflicting energy. Am I surprised? Not at all. We have the Tower card, and we have the Ace of Cups. I'm going to take 3 more cards and we'll get into this. Five of Swords, very contentious situation, y'all. And then we have the Sun card in the reverse. Wow. Everything is in the upright except the Sun card in the reverse. And then the Moon card shows up. My goodness. Yeah. Not a good sign. So the narrative is going to be changed on this. Look, the Republicans will blame the Democrats will blame the Republicans, whatever. Okay? Both are to be blamed, in my opinion. No political party is 100% like clean and pure and perfect and stuff like that. But here we have Capricorn, the Chariot card, the Emperor, and the Three of Wands. So the narrative is going to be changed, forcibly changed, trying to get a grip of, trying to manage the situation and limit the fallout or limit the collateral damage in terms of the political collateral damage. There's a great effort going on as far as that is concerned. They are going to be putting in a lot of effort to quickly move from, divert attention from this situation to something else. I hate to say this, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a diversion that was created so that the focus will not be on some other particular drama situations that's going on. That's a high possibility. We know governments can do anything. So Debbie says, Governor says they are deceased, news says they are critical. No, I think they're past. Then we have, let me bring this to speed. Actually, here, let's do that. Then we have the Fool card and the Ace of Wands. So an effort is going to be made to walk away from this and create a kind of a new environment, new scenario, and take control of it. And here's the thing: they're going to try to create they're going to create an urgency to create something new. Do you get what I'm saying? But they're also going to, the military is not going to, or the armed forces or military, whatever you call these guys, right? That group of people, that faction of the government, they are not going to be withdrawn completely. They're going to stay. Then you have Neptune, Temperance, and they have to be very careful. This is a very tricky time for the government. Very tricky time. Then you have the Magician, you have the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles, and the Tower card. This is a very tricky time for this government. This particular situation, they have to be very, very careful, and they have to manage all these illusions that they have created and temper it down, because it's kind of getting a little look there while this is happening here. We don't want it to look here because this is what is really important. We are going to distract you by creating this other scenario. You know what I mean? So they have to be super, super, super careful. It's going to cost them. It's going to cost, this drama is going to cost this government a little bit. And the Tower card is not necessarily the best over here, because it's saying destruction, disintegration of a particular faction of the government is absolutely going to occur because of this. There is going to be a falling out in terms of certain government agencies or certain factions of the current government in power. Absolutely. Then moving on to Saturn, and you have the Star card. You have the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Sun card in reverse. This is creating a lot of drama, a lot of drama. Saturn is here saying, and Saturn is going into Pisces, and Pisces is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th house for, because America is Cancer, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th house. So 9th house, it does talk about law, it does talk about discoveries, it does talk about new beginnings and conclusions. This also talks about the loyalty of certain factions of society or certain factions within the government agencies. Who are they most loyal to? All that's going to come up in question now. And then you have the Star card. The Star card is also ruled, is an Aquarius card, which is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aquarius is the 8th house from Cancer. And 8th house talks about longevity. It talks about institutions, shared resources, illusions. Look, this is a little bit of a tricky time for the current government in power. They have to be a little bit careful, because this is going to cause a little bit more problem for them than whatever else is, than the Epstein situation is created for them, right? As every one of them are going to be puckering, if you will, when they're in their seats. Then you have the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands is saying that a lot of speedy actions, a lot of speedy need for speedy action has come about. They have to really act fast. And Ace of Cups is saying they have to have absolute clear emotions and clear clarity in terms of how are they going to present this, how are they going to resolve this, and tapping into the emotions of the people, which they do very well. But having said that, I think people's emotions are going to be running a little bit high. There's a lot of drama going on over here, for sure. Five of Swords, lot of infighting, lot of pointing fingers, lot of that stuff. And then the Sun card in the reverse. Look, the Sun card is a yes card, right? Sun card rules Leo, okay? And we have Cancer is the American sun sign, and Leo is the second house. What is the second house? Second house talks about the earned wealth, family. It talks about negotiable assets, possessions, talents, self-control, all that good stuff. And Leo also is the third house for Gemini. Third house is communications, and it's in the reverse. Look, even for President Trump, this is going to create a lot of drama, this scenario. And even for America, this is not the best of situations, okay? And I think I had said in my year ahead, I can't believe it's almost the end of the year and I have to do another year ahead reading, right? Pretty soon. It's a critical time for us, for this country, critical time for the government as well. This is not the best of time. This is not the best of time for Trump. This is not the best of time for the country. In terms of the governing bodies are concerned and all that political stuff. So again, this is my opinion, my observations, and allegedly do your research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusion. And then after all of that, we have the Moon card. So the Moon card is all about emotions, and Saturn has gone into Pisces, right? The Moon card is Pisces. It's all about emotions. It's all about and it's also associated with Cancer as well, and Cancer is the first sign for America, and for Trump it's a second. So the identity of and how people look at Trump and how people look at America and how you want to present yourself, all that is going to come into question. It's all a bit hazy. So this is telling us that there's so much that is hidden, so much that is purposefully hidden. It's not going to come to light because of the devastation it causes. That it will cause all that stuff coming to the surface, being brought out into the open, being published, is going to create a lot more drama than one would have thought. Okay. And then you have the Knight of Cups. Wow. Knight of Cups. Let me get one more card. Followed by the Queen of Cups. All the emotions. King of Pentacles. Temperance. They have to be very careful. And then the Devil card. The government has to be, the current government, the governing bodies, whoever is in charge of all of that, they got to be very, very careful right now. They have to come up with a new strategic plan, which is going to be very balanced in terms of the finances. Look, all the stuff that is happening is definitely going to affect our financial situation, in terms of the country's financial situation and the economics of the country, as well as where the economy is right now. 100%. They have to come up with something that is going to kind of temper, if you will, or offer some semblance of a balance to the public. Our economy is going to be hit if it isn't already. People are like, well, the stock went up by 3 points, 2 points, whatever the heck. Yeah, the stocks will go up and down, right? Some ding dong ding along is going to sneeze or fart, and the stock will go up and the stock will fall down. But at the end of the day, the economy in general, overall, look at where we are, right? This is not necessarily the best of situation. And I did say this once before, and I haven't, hang on one second, let me put these away. This current scenario that's going on, whatever drama is going on, be in terms of Epstein, be it in terms of this situation with our National Guards or whatever it is, or with ICE or whatever the heck is going on, is definitely going to affect our economy. And they have to come up with something new in terms of to be able to salvage, to be able to temper, to be able to tone down where we are as a nation as far as our economy is concerned and the financial stability is concerned. Are they going to do it is the question. And I did say this many a time. I said, if the Epstein files, now they're saying there's no file, there's just a list, there's no file, there's no nothing. Well, whatever. File, list, a little black book, a little red book, whatever you call it. There is a record of all the shenanigans that went down, right? If that were ever to be released, it's going to be devastating, because that the names that are going to come out there is definitely going to affect our relationships with other countries and the heads of other countries. And it's also 100% going to affect our stock markets. They are going to be hit. I kid you not, it will be. So on the one side, yes, we want justice for the victims. On the other side, the price we pay is going to be, how is that going to affect our economy? But having said that, we cannot just sit back and say, well, that's just too bad. The victims don't deserve justice. We can't say that. That is unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. The victims absolutely deserve justice, and we have to bring out these names into the public. We cannot support, we cannot protect, we cannot keep quiet about these people playing these games and destroying lives and families. So I am all for the Epstein file, if you will, to be released in its entirety, but without anything redacted. But we all know there's a shit ton of stuff that's going to be redacted, and basically it's going to be like, oh, look, we released it, but then everything is blacked out. That's what I think. I'm very, very skeptical about it. But on the other hand, maybe that's one of the reasons why they're trying to keep it quiet, because they know it's going to affect the economy. They know it's going to affect the stock markets because of the people who are associated, right? It's not just a politician or whatever. It's these big business people also. So it's a tough thing. It's a tough call. But y'all, I'll tell you, I am all for justice for the victims. That's a given. There's no, it's not negotiable. We just have to. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Any questions, y'all? Because we got this done. If y'all have any questions about any other case, I'll put some cards. Otherwise, we'll just call it a day. I have one other card I want to pull for this particular situation with the National Guards and where the country is. Oh, hello, baby. Let me see. I think there are more people who are going to pass because of that shootout with the National Guard scenario. Ayah. We have completion, support, expediency. We have rejection, opportunities, consequences. Then we have pestilence, corruption, and malice. So what this is telling me is there is an urgency for transparency. There are a lot of people who are wanting that, but the problem is once things are made transparent, once the stuff comes out, then there's going to be a lot of rejection of certain entities, certain individuals, certain organizations, whatever, and a lot of opportunities are going to arise from that falling out, and of course consequences. Hi Delvin, we haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being here. I haven't been here in a while. Then we have pestilence, corruption, and malice. Look, this whole thing, y'all, is, I hate to say this is not a Democrat thing or a Republican thing. This drama, this kind of bullshit is going to continue to happen. It happens in this world of politics, regardless of what country you're from, or which country you're from, or what political party you're from. But the corruption, the extent of the corruption, the extent of the pestilence, if you will, it is disease, right, is definitely going to be exposed. That much is for sure. And what's going to come of it, y'all? The rich are going to get richer. Nobody's going to go to jail. They all have deep pockets. They can hire all these brilliant attorneys. And they'll probably get a slap on the wrist and life will go on, and, they'll all run off to some island somewhere and stay quiet for the next 5-6 years, and then people are out of sight, out of mind. Unfortunately, that's human nature, out of sight, out of mind. That's a sad thing. So, but justice for the innocents, y'all. Okay. What questions do you have for me? Nobody has any questions. Okay. Delvin, I think I should ask you, how are you, and do you have any questions? We had Judy. I think Judy also went quiet. So that's okay. Today is a bit of a blurred day. Any questions, y'all? No questions? I'm determined to put out a couple of videos. I'm going to do the year ahead video, and then for the country in general, and then I'm going to also do the different signs for the year ahead. So we hopefully within the next week or 2 weeks, I'll get out all those videos. So no questions. I don't know. I wonder if there's a lag over here, y'all, because I'm not seeing any messages. I don't know what's going on, or maybe. I'm doing all right. Thank you, Delvin. Hanging in there. Good to see you, though. Weird energy. But, so, Deb had asked me about this other case. Let me see what his name is. I'll do a quick, just for the next 10 minutes, I'll do a quick reading on that, and then we can call it a night and enjoy Thanksgiving and reconnect on Friday. So, Aaron, what's his name, Deb? Aaron. Oh wait, I have the. I'll do a quick read. What the heck is that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, what's his name? Wait. Arkansas's dad. Aaron Spencer, right? Yeah, let me do a quick read for him and see. A. Aaron. I don't have his date of birth and all, but I'll just do some quick card pull. 1 Spencer. Okay. I've been watching Christmas movies. Okay, so let's see. 11, 20, 22, that's 4. 10, 15, 20, 29, 30. 7. I don't know what his date of birth and all. We won't get into. We'll do that another time. So 7th house, partnerships, relationships. What do I do with my cards? I just had them here. Partner. Oh, good Lord. There. Contracts, relationships. So let's see. Aaron Spencer is his name. That's the case where I'll just read it out for those who don't know. It's Arkansas's dad faces a murder charge for killing his daughter's alleged abuser. Now he's running for sheriff. And this happened in Lonoke County, Lonoke County. That's a heavy cross to bear, man. Shit, I mean. But the things we do to protect our kids, right? I mean, that's justified. So Aaron Spencer, let me see. I want to know the name of the criminal. Hang on 1 second. Let me see. Michael Fossler. He killed Michael. See, there's no photograph of that Fossler guy. I want to see his face. Michael Fossler. Let me see. Done. Give me 1 second. Come on. That's taking forever. No, we are not going to go there. So I just need a picture of that fool. Can't confirm. Okay, never mind. So Aaron Spencer. The moon card. A lot of emotions. Water. Oh my God, a lot of emotions, obviously. And Pisces. You want to bet this guy has got some very strong Pisces in his thing, because look at all that. The moon card, a lot of water, emotions, Pisces. The Hangman. Me. The guy in the blue. Oh my goodness. What an ugly fuck he is. I'm not going to apologize for my language. He is, yeah. Judgment. The death card. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if he's running for what is he running for? Wait, let me see. Running for sheriff. I hope he wins. I really hope he wins. This guy, okay, I'm going to say this right now, even before I get to the main cards. He is going to, this has been a very pivotal moment for him, obviously. We all can understand that. But one way or the other, whether he wins as a sheriff or gets into any of those positions or not, he is going to be, I'm not going to say he's a vigilante. Again, this is for entertainment purposes. These are my observations and opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. One way or the other, this man, Aaron Spencer, is somehow going to be involved moving forward into, he's going to be in living life in a capacity where he's going to be, I'm not going to say vigilante, I'm not going to say bounty hunter, but trying to put away all these molesters and stuff. His whole trajectory has changed. He's got the moon card, he's got emotions, the water, and he's got Pisces, things coming around full circle. He's got the judgment card and he's got the death card. He's really hanging on to his emotions. This has affected him very deeply. Yes, of course. I mean, if your child is being molested, yes, it will affect you, but even more so. And he's really put all his emotions on hold because he wants to absolutely accomplish something. So when we talk about the judgment card, is Pluto, right? Okay, we can say forgive and forget and move on and stop. There's no forgiving and forgetting for him. He's like, no, this is almost like energized him into motivated him into doing even more, becoming a little bit more aggressive in accomplishing his goals, which is to protect kids and the innocent. One way or the other, this man is going to be involved in his part in society is going to be in some sort of a capacity where he's going to be helping people or doing something to be protecting the innocents. This is his life thing. So we have the Fool card. I'll show you the Fool card, the Emperor card. Okay, and these cards popped out. So I'm going to take this, the Queen of Wands. Okay. Then he's got the Page of Cups. He's got the Devil card. Then he's got the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Three of Wands, the Hierophant, the Empress, the Seven of Pentacles. He's going to go on to accomplish a lot. New trajectory, new path in life, in a position of power, where he's going to, whether he becomes a sheriff or not, he's going to be in a position of power where he's going to be able to make decisions in terms of, like I said, support and protect, right? Queen of Wands. His significant other, if he has one, is going to be very, very supportive. You have the Page of Cups, and then you have the Devil card. So the Page of Cups is saying, yes, new work, new volunteer, new opportunities, new work coming his way. And the Devil card, it's almost like there's an obsession. Okay, there's an obsession. This is like a newfound thing. He's like now determined. He's on a warp path. He's like, no, enough is enough. I'm going to put away these fuckers forever. Then you have the Ace of Cups, clarity of emotions, Knight of Cups. There are moments when he feels he has to dig a little deeper to be, I'm not saying he's emotionally unstable, but there are moments where he has a little bit of a breakdown, and that's to be expected. Then Three of Wands, this guy is going to go places, y'all. Three of Wands, teamwork, commerce, expansion. He's going to have a lot of people help him. Whether he becomes the sheriff or not, he's in some capacity going to be involved in some sort of a government agency as well. The Hierophant, okay, as we know, the Hierophant is Taurus. It talks about institutions, government agencies, etc. And then you have the Empress. What is the Empress? It talks about things that are in the planning stage, things that are developing, things that are going to come out in the open. But there's a waiting period for that. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. All the hard work he's going to put in now, he's definitely going to see success. But success is not going to happen overnight, okay? It's not going to happen overnight. This guy is going to do something for society. He's going to be a positive, and then you have the King of Cups. He's going to have a positive impact on society, clarity of thought. Seven of Cups, he's got a lot of opportunities. I have a lot of hopes. I have a lot of expectations from Aaron Spencer. I think he's going to do a lot of good. And I, for one, am totally okay with him eliminating that asshole. I'm like, thank you for taking care of it and preventing that fool from harming anybody else. So, I'm for it. I don't know, y'all. That's a whole nother thing. Emotionally, like, you know. Very, 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 it's such an unforgivable act, you know. It's like, I don't even know what to say. My mind can't even wrap around these things, y'all. Sometimes I'm like, la 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 la, don't tell me, because I just can't deal with it. I cannot comprehend. And you know what? I'm not one to condone violence, but who's to blame a father for an act like this when his child has been so terribly, has had such a terrible, awful experience that is very hard to overcome, right? Would you blame the father? No. I mean, I thank God, I pray every day that my kids are safe, my loved ones are safe, you know, but I'd lay down my life for my loved ones. Absolutely. How many of us would do that, right? I mean, it's like, there's no argument, there's no moment of hesitation. But anywho, y'all, I'm going to stop this right now because this is a little bit weird energy. Again, probably because I haven't been here for a month. We'll pick it up. I'll do another live on Friday. Hopefully it will be a little bit more energetic and stuff. I'll schedule it ahead of time. And so thank you for those of you who have joined me. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Delvin. Some other folks are watching, but they are not commenting, so I don't know who you are. But to give you a shout out, but thank you. Then Judy Woodbury, thank you. Wishing all of you all a happy Thanksgiving. Take care, be safe, right? And then we'll pick it up on Friday, and I will do my videos for the year ahead and things like that. We'll reconnect. All right. Thank you, Delvin. Nice to see you too. Thank you, Deb. Thanks all of you for watching and for supporting. I do appreciate you all. Be happy, be healthy, and be safe. Okay. Bye for now.